You've just seen a really beautiful coast live oak tree. This is a stump from one of those oak trees. Now, trees can grow at different rates depending on certain variables, such as competition for resources, location of the tree within the forest, the type of tree, precipitation, and seasonal temperatures. Now, this particular tree ring and tree stump has some unique variables. Let's take a look at what evidence you might see for these unique variables. What do you notice? Well, so far I notice around this one is this fungi, and then all of these little holes. These little holes are evidence of an invasive beetle that has bored holes into the tree. In the next slide, you'll see a close-up sample of some living creatures that are living in these holes. I was taking a walk and I came upon this sycamore stump. Sycamore trees are deciduous trees, meaning they lose their leaves in the fall and winter. The leaves will grow back. This tree isn't dead, it's just deciduous and it loses its leaves. If I take a look at this tree stump, I can see that it's lost some moisture in this crack. And with my magnifying glass, I can actually see termite droppings, which we'll show you in the next slide. If I add some moisture to the tree stump, we may be able to see the history of this tree a little bit better. So I'm going to spray it. You can see the colors come through, and I can take a look a little more closely at the story of this tree.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Simonek, and we've come inside to our tree lab to take a closer look at tree rings. When you were outside with Mrs. Lorbach, she showed you several stumps, including one from a coast live oak. Well, this is a cross-section of a coast live oak, and you can see the rings. Now, we call this a tree cookie, and no, you can't eat it. It's only edible if you are a termite. So let's take a closer look at the tree cookie. It has rings, and kind of like your fingerprints. So if you look at your fingers, and you can notice that you have fingerprints, and that can be used for identification for people. Well, the rings on a tree can be used for other things. So what can we learn by examining tree rings? Well, if you said that we could estimate the tree's age by counting its rings, I would agree with you. So let's go ahead and do that on this tree cookie. This is a tree cookie from a pine tree, and you'll notice that it has bands of dark and light wood. Well, we'll count those together as 1 year. So let's go ahead and count. We start from here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the tree was about 11 years old. Also, there's other things that we can learn about the tree, is we can figure out how much rainfall it received or if it experienced times of drought. And that is evident by the width of the rings. So this blue arrow is pointing to a wide ring. This shows that during this year of the tree's life, it received a lot of rainfall and was able to grow. This ring, however, the red arrow points to a thinner ring, which shows that the tree received probably less rainfall during this time. Might have been during a drought. So, I'd like you to take a look now at some different tree cookies from different tree species.
have to cut down a tree to learn its story. They can use a boring tool and put it into a live tree to take a sample of the tree ring core. What if you wanted to know the age of a tree without cutting it down or putting a hole into it? There are specific mathematical formulas for calculating the age of a tree. We used the one for an oak tree and came to the conclusion that this tree is 183 years old. See you next time on Travels with Trabuco Field Study, and we hope you can come visit us very soon.